afternoon, everyone. It's always very difficult to speak at the last minute because my speech was taken piece by piece. So for me, it's pretty easy because we just heard from a very powerful panel, and our minister, I can't add to what she has said in a number of ways. It's very difficult to come when it's about remembrance, because I know many people in the room have lost their loved ones. So as we begin the 32nd commemoration that we know as Kwibuka32, I really extend you strength. We just have to be here for each other, and this is, I'm sending my strength, comfort, and also to know that we are all standing together with you in this suffering. Excellencies, distinguished guests, members of the diplomatic corps, thank you for joining us today as we remember more than 1 million people who died during the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. I take this opportunity first to thank Senior Bureau Officer Nick Checker, who has left, but his team is still here, for his message of support and solidarity, and for the enduring partnership and friendship between Rwanda and the United States. Thank you so much, Minister Nelly, for your powerful testimony reflecting both the pain of our history and the resilience that defines our people and our nation. I would also like to thank our distinguished panelists, because you added a lot. It was a very powerful panel that added to the strands of our theme. Dr. Favorit Iradukunda, for centering survivors' experiences while confronting the persistent challenges of denial and revisionism. Dr. Sarah Brown, for advancing the conversation from historical analysis to practical insight in how genocide ideology manifests today, particularly through the hate speech, and how it can be identified and prevented early. And Dr. Maggie Ensign, you are over there, for your thoughtful examination of Rwanda's post-genocide governance model and the structural foundations that have supported national recovery and long-term stability. To the survivors among us today who are in the room, and also to those who are in our states and in the world, we stand with you in solemn remembrance. We honor your courage, your resistance, your resilience, and you continue to inspire us, all of us. And as we reaffirm that your memory and dignity will never be forgotten. Kwibuka32, under the theme Remember, Unite, Renew, is both a reflection but also a call to action. We remember because truth matters. The genocide against the Tutsi was not spontaneous. It was not an eruption of savage violence. It was prepared, and for a long time. And Minister Nelly spoke very diligently about that. But just in 100 days, entire families and entire communities were completely wiped out. We remember them all. Our parents, our siblings, our brothers and sisters, our neighbors. And this is not about the statistics. We remember the people who sang, the people who danced, the people who loved, the people who were people, just like us here in this room. Our collective memory has allowed us to look within and reimagine what it means to live together. It has transformed remembrance into an enduring commitment to peace, unity, and development. We have transformed our wounded memory into fertile ground from which we draw strength and lessons. We remember, because today, the threat is no longer just silence. It's a harmful perversion of the truth. It's a denial. It's a revisionism. The genocide was deliberately planned and executed across the world. There are organized efforts to rewrite the history of the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda, to deny its planning, and to promote false equivalencies. Today, denial and revisionism have evolved, spreading rapidly across these digital platforms, and our previous presenters have gone over it extensively, so I'm not going back to that. Preserving the truth is essential, not only to honor the victims, the ones we lost, but to protect the integrity of the memory itself. I call on you today to help to confront genocide ideology and the attending denialism with clarity, facts, and resolve. We remember that the truth is not distorted. Ladies and gentlemen, we unite because unity is the foundation of our resilience. After the genocide against the Tutsi, Rwanda faced formidable challenges, and you've heard through the testimony of our minister, some of it that is very intimate. We could have chosen to remain trapped in division or rebuild as one people. And Rwanda chose unity. We chose to rebuild our nation around a shared identity, Ndi Umunyarwanda or I'm Rwandan. Through deliberate policies and national commitment, we rejected ethnic divisions and we embarked on the challenging journey of reconciliation and national cohesion. Today, that choice is reflected in measurable progress. The 2025 National Unity Barometer measurement. In Rwanda, we have what they call a scorecard. A scorecard is to see how far we have been, and Dr. Margie Ensign alluded to it when she was talking about our performance contract in Higo. And this is in all the state, in all the local government places, villages, and our scorecard on national reconciliation was 95.3%. Most Rwandans see themselves as a reconciled country, and it's visible. These are not just statistics. I'm not giving statistics to impress anybody, but they are evidence that even after unimaginable tragedy, a nation can rebuild trust, dignity, and cohesion. Yet unity requires constant vigilance, as the effects of genocide ideology and the wounds carried by survivors remind us that this work is still ongoing. We renew, because remembrance must lead to action. Kwibuka is not only to look back. It's not about just remembrance and looking back. It's about shaping our future. Today, the ideology that fueled the genocide has not disappeared. It has adapted. Perpetrators not only systematically sought to exterminate the Tutsi population, but they also continue to be the torchbearers of genocidal ideology and in denial, especially in our region. For example, FDLR, an organization rooted in the very forces that carried out the killing of 1 million people 32 years ago, is remaining active in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where it continues to victimize the communities and to threaten Rwanda's peace and security. Denial is present and where in many institutions and countries that knowingly tried to scramble history by establishing a false moral equivalency between a war and a genocide. We therefore call on all of you here, the international community, to uphold the truth, not selectively, but consistently. We call on all nations to fulfill their obligation under the international law, including bringing genocide fugitives to justice wherever they may be. And we call for vigilance, because prevention is not a slogan. It's a duty and a shared responsibility. The never again must be upheld through sustained collective effort. To the members of the Rwandan community here in the United States, each of us has a role to play to engage, to remember, and to uphold the values that define this period. Your presence and participation is vital. Kwibuka is not only Rwanda's story. I call on all of you who are present here as we continue our fight against genocide and genocide ideology, because genocide prevention requires unwavering commitment from all of us. As we begin today the period of remembrance, let's do so with humility, unity, and resolve. Let's stand with the survivors in compassion and in action. And let us ensure that never again is not only an empty promise, but a commitment to act. As I conclude, I would like to again express my gratitude to our host country, United States, and to all the countries represented here for standing with us today as we remember and honor our loved ones. I also thank Georgetown University for hosting us and for providing a space to reflect, remember, and engage in this very important conversation. We greatly appreciate your friendship and solidarity. Turi kumwe, we are all together. Thank you.